Scaramanti with you. We are 4 days away from WrestleMania 26, 2 days away from my pregame and prediction special for WrestleMania 26, and we continue on today. We got two more WrestleManias in this countdown, the moments that define WrestleMania. Today's WrestleMania number 24, Sunday, March 30th, 2008, from the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. $51.5 million pumped into this event. When the Central Florida Sports Commission only predicted 25 million. WWE getting some help from Ring of Honor and TNA. The Citrus Bowl setting a new attendance record, 74,635 people coming in. For what was a little bit better show than WrestleMania 23. Most people probably attribute it to the pyro. As I like to call it, porno for pyros at this event. There was just too much pyrotechnics, I think, for the home viewer to just eat up. The guys that deserve the pyro, The Undertaker's Edge has started to use pyro. Shelton Benjamin, just unbelievable. They gave Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he deserved pyro. He had too long of an entrance getting to the ring. He already had money coming out of this guy. I mean, why the hell would you need pyro coming out of the sides of the stadiums? Ric Flair had pyro. He doesn't usually have it, but deservingly so. Considering the circumstances of the number one moment of this WrestleMania, which I'll talk about later. Of course, this pyro porn did have its casualties. About 45 people getting injured at the end of the show. To which I say to WWE, ha ha. Because there was a line of fireworks going down from one end of the stadium to the stageway, which broke and hit the top row of the bleachers in the Citrus Bowl. A lot of people were injured. Some amateur video was shot, and I think it's still posted on YouTube if you want to take a look at it. And the lights going out in the Bunny Mania Lumberjack match, which I totally despised, but the saving grace was turning the lights off. Unintentionally, but the lights were somehow turned off during that match. The Undertaker, as I said, during the celebration of the pyro accident, but he made it to 16-0 with his second straight World Heavyweight Championship victory. He defeated the Rated R superstar Edge with Hell's Gate, and all is said and done in that match. And squash of the night, his brother Kane, defeating Chavo Guerrero in 9 seconds, the fastest match in WrestleMania history, to win the ECW Championship. Just a choke slam and a 3 count. That's all I can say about that, and probably Kane's best WrestleMania moment, even if the match was short. Top 3 moments, and this was a noteworthy WrestleMania, even if it wasn't memorable from this person's opinion. But the match that I want to call it my favorite match of this card, but obviously it will be remembered. One of the most underwhelming ladder matches in WrestleMania history. The 4th installment of Money in the Bank. This, to me, nothing taken from the first Money in the Bank or the third Money in the Bank, which both of them more solid. This one tops it because you had the 7 purest athletes in WWE in the same match, just working their asses off. Originally it was 8. Jeff Hardy got suspended due to the wellness policy days earlier. Chris Jericho winning the Intercontinental Championship from him. Coming into this match, you guys like John Morrison, Carlito, Mr. Kennedy, who tried to repeat, CM Punk, who had his fingertips on the briefcase. Shelton Benjamin, who's always has a highlight reel for him associated with this match. This year he crashed to a ladder, but that was about his only thing that he did. So not a really noteworthy WrestleMania for him. But the match was awesome because every high spot had the ladder involved, and I think that kind of suckered me into saying that this is the greatest match. And honestly, I had to write down a few of these, like all the high spots. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of them involving the ladders, all of them involving ladders. John Morrison doing a moonsault using the ladder to create impact on about 6 guys on the outside. As I said, Shelton Benjamin crashing through the ladder. You had the combination, Benjamin jumping off of one ladder onto the side ladder to just deliver a powerbomb to Kennedy, who did a superplex to John Morrison. I mean, just spots like that, just crazy. The fans going nuts. Matt Hardy had a run-in, Jeff's brother. We thought he was going to be involved in Money in the Bank, but obviously not. He cost MVP. In the end, CM Punk winning Money in the Bank, and he would cash it in 3 months later. And I apologize right in the middle of the video for looking pale. It's really sunny out, and I got the blinds closed, but they're not good. But anyway, CM Punk victorious. His first of 2 consecutive Money in the Bank ladder match wins, because I will not be talking about Money in the Bank number 5 in the next video. Number 2 moment. The biggest versus the best. The Big Show returned at No Way Out in Las Vegas. Floyd Money Mayweather knocking him in the face, setting up a highly publicized matchup between Floyd Money Mayweather and the Big Show. The biggest versus the best, as it was taglined in the most scripted, most conceived, construed, call it what you will, but this was the most scripted, planned wrestling match ever, and the fans were into it quite a little bit. I think I really wasn't into it much. The outcome was, I think, quite obvious. Floyd Mayweather picking up the victory. The Big Show stepping on his hands. The match had its highlights, but otherwise not too much of a surprise. Floyd Mayweather knocking out the Big Show. This match could have been won by pinfall, submission, or knockout. Boxer versus wrestler. Floyd Money Mayweather winning with a almost 300-pound disadvantage, throwing brass knuckles, loaded right hand to the Big Show's face. And I guess you can't say much else about it. And Mayweather's lackeys helping out as well. Number 1 moment from this WrestleMania, the final flare, or so we thought, in the career of Ric Flair. Ironically enough, his last match in Orlando, the headquarters of TNA. And my favorite match on this card, obviously, Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels, the man who put him out. Ric Flair getting inducted. This was a big weekend for him. He get inducted to the Hall of Fame. His family at ringside watching what we thought was his last match after a 36-year career. Flair pulling off some surprises, a crossbody off the top. The fans were really into it. It was quite the chop fest. In the end, Shawn Michaels winning with the super kick and "I'm sorry, I love you" to Ric Flair. Flair getting it was a picture-perfect send-off, especially the next night on Raw when all his superstars, the old 4 Horsemen, guys of that nature, the old 4 Horsemen, Ricky Steamboat, Jericho, Cena, the past and the present, even Shawn Michaels coming out congratulating him. The Undertaker coming out after the show, Vince McMahon, just everybody. And it's just kind of sad that Ric Flair coming out of retirement to wrestle a match in TNA, he just totally shit on this one, and WWE has the right to be ashamed and to pull him off the opening of their shows. Ric Flair, shame on you, but the match will live in not infamy, but it will live forever. A lot of stuff to talk about this WrestleMania 24, surprisingly. Tomorrow, we fast forward 1 more year, we rewind to last year, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, with one of the all-time great matches, and one of the best matches of the last decade at WrestleMania. Skier Moxley, again, apologizing for me being so pale. We'll talk to you tomorrow as the countdown to WrestleMania continues. The moments that define WrestleMania also continues.